Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today, get comfortable, because I'm about to tell you a heartwarming story that transcends time and boundaries. The story of us humans and our oldest friends, dogs. So if you're ready, let's get right into this tale that started long before we were born. So if you're ready, let's get it. So this story starts around 20,000 to 40,000 years ago, which is kind of a vast timeline, but we're not sure. Long before there was any cars to drive, any video games to play, any YouTube videos to watch, or any electricity to use. But of course you know it. Back then, our ancestors, the early humans, lived a challenging life, primarily as hunters and gatherers. They shared the world with a wide array of wild animals. Humans were animals, but there were other animals. And one of these creatures was the grey wolf. But the grey wolf, despite being the ancestor of dogs, wasn't like the gentle dogs we know today. They were wild, fearsome, because they had to survive on the unforgiving lands and landscapes just like humans did. Now you might be wondering how we became so close with such primal and kind of dangerous at first creatures. At first it was kind of a combination of mutual benefit, of shared environment, and a bit of evolutionary luck. Some scientists believe that wolves first started hanging out around human camps to scavenge leftovers. Clever, right? Because it seems kind of plausible. But not all of the wolves were cut out of all this. It was those with a lower fear threshold, those that were slightly more tolerant towards humans, who dared to venture closer. Over time, these braver wolves and humans began noticing the perks of being with each other. For wolves, it was a more regular source of food. Not humans, of course, but the presence of humans made that there was more food. You got it. And for humans, it was early warning of danger because wolves have a better hearing, like dogs. And they were also a help in hunting. And these shared advantages led to kind of an uncanny alliance between two species. Evolution, afterwards doing what it does best, favored these human-friendly wolves that became dogs. They became more docile, gradually evolving into a new species separate from their wild counterparts, which stayed wolves. That's why we still today have dogs, but we also have wolves. And that is how the first dogs emerged. The next chapters of our story involve the spread of humans across the globe. Our early ancestors began to migrate, and their four-legged friends accompanied them. These early dogs bred, adapted, and diversified along with humans. Dogs were molded by the roles they played in our lives. Herding animals, pulling sleds as well, guarding homes, as we also do today, or catching vermin. This, in turn, led to a wide variety of breeds that we see today, each with very unique appearances and characteristics. For example, a husky and a chihuahua aren't very close, even though they both are dogs. So it's kind of amazing to see how evolution works, even like in a very short period of time, like 20,000 years, for a species that's kind of very quick. From the Siberian tundras to the deserts of Egypt, but also from the ancient Greek cities to the Mayan civilization. Evidence of dogs are found everywhere. Dogs were not only a companion, but were also seen as a sacred and mystical creature in a lot of cultures. They were revered, adored, and often immortalized in art and literature. This just shows how much we had a deep appreciation for dogs and for these wolves. I myself have a golden retriever that is named Leia. Well, she's 12 and she's going to be 13 in 11 days. And really, I don't see a lot of wolf characteristics in her. She doesn't seem very threatening. But now back to a subject in the Industrial Revolution of the 18th and 19th centuries. Changed many aspects of humans' lives, and our relationship with dogs was no exception. As people moved into cities and the need for working dogs decreased, their roles shifted to companions more than helping for hunting. This leads us to today, where our bond with dogs has been stronger than ever. And now dogs are more than just pets or companions. They're family for a lot of us. But they're also therapy dogs, guiding visually impaired people, providing emotional support a lot of the time, and also sniffing out diseases. And in return, most people, good people, try to return this with a much deserved life of love, of care, and of belly rubs. So here we are tens of thousands of years later, still best friends with a wonderful species that once roamed as a wolf. It's quite a love story, I find. And just like every great story, the story with dogs can teach us kind of something unique. The beauty of a companionship, coexistence, and also of mutual growth. Lessons we can apply to our everyday lives. After all, we've learned from the best. So there it is. This was a little cute video about our story with wolves that became dogs and our evolution with them. And I find it's kind of a unique story because there aren't a lot of species that coexist so well with each other, even though we're so different. So different in a physical way, I mean. Like, a worm and a snail, even though they're kind of similar, don't coexist. Well, don't help each other in some way. And we, human animals, saw wolves, and we created a great story. So I hope you like this video. If you could like and subscribe, it'd be my pleasure to see you again. Really, it's been my pleasure to find all of these little parts of history, to try and situate all of these events and actually know where it came from. It was really great. Now in the meantime, have an amazing day. I'm going to write a few little videos that I'm going to show to you. I hope you can follow all the rest of these videos. Have an amazing day in the meantime. I'm sure you will. See you soon, everyone. Bye-bye.